Good morning, children. Today I am going to start the lesson Life Processes Part 3. See, what are the topics today we are going to cover here is transportation in human beings, circulatory system and in human beings. Next one, what is that? Blood circulation in human body, direction of flow, blood, lymph, types of blood vessels, exchange of gases between alveoli, blood and tissues, transportation in plants, that's all. Okay, transpiration and its function. The excretory system we are going to cover later. Next one, see here, transportation in human beings. Like other organisms, human beings also need food, oxygen, hormones, vitamins, minerals. Okay, many things human body needs to grow. These are all from where we are getting it. That is through the circulatory system, all the cells getting it. Okay, so the function is all this transporting by circulatory system. The circulatory system in human being consists of three parts. Number one is heart. That is said to be is also called as pumping organ. Second one is blood vessels. This is arteries and veins. Third one, circulatory medium. That is blood and lymph, through which the nutrients it is transferred from one organ to one cell to other. Everywhere we are getting it. Next one, circulatory system in human beings. We already studied that. Okay, the heart is the shape or size of the heart is like our fist only. That is as long as our fist. Next one, see here, this heart we are having 4 chambers are there. Other organisms, what is that? Amphibians, reptiles, it has 3 chambers. That is 3 rooms in it. Whereas we are having, that is in our human being we are having, that is mammals, we are having 4 chambers. See here how it works. That is we are going to study now. Number one, what are the first we will label it. What are the parts are there? I will tell you. See here, this is the upper part is said to be atrium. The lower part is called ventricle. The atrium, what is that? Right atrium. This is left atrium. Right ventricle, left ventricle. These two are separated by, that is, muscles are present over there. That is, valves are present here. Okay. Next one. Here what is that? Again we are having septum is there. This is said to be the dividing wall. This is separating the deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means what? That is, it has carbon dioxide in it. That is not purified. Okay. This is, what is that? Impure blood. Whereas here what is that? This is, what is the left ventricle part? This side, left part, we are having the oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood means it has oxygen in it. There is no carbon dioxide. So these two are divided by which one? This is divided by septum. This is the dividing wall. Okay. Next one. Again we are having, what is that? We are having vena cava. That is upper vena cava and lower vena cava. Upper vena cava and lower vena cava. What is that? Here, what is that? We are having this impure blood. It's coming through the upper part of the one. That is said to be the upper vena cava. Here what is that? Lower vena cava means what? Impure blood is coming from the lower part. This is the veins only. Veins carries the impure blood. This also, this is veins are collected together and at last it becomes the big pipe like that is. This is the upper vena cava. Okay, through which we are getting the impure blood. Once it comes, what will happen? This part is said to be what? Right atrium. This right atrium expands. Once the blood comes, that means here what will happen? It expands. That is, relaxation takes place. That means it occupies collects all the blood. Then once it's collected, what will happen? This one pass through the valve here. These valves are present over here, through which it comes to the right ventricle. So here what will happen? When it comes over there, here contraction take place. Okay, that is, here what will happen? It become relaxation. That means here it expands. Then it collects all the impure blood from the right atrium. That means the right ventricle collects all the blood. Then once it collected, it filled. Then what will happen? Here we are having the muscular wall is present. These walls give pressure over there. Because of that pressure, it goes upwards. It pumps to the out. It comes through which one? That is pulmonary arteries. This is the only artery it carry the impure blood. Pulmonary arteries. Through the artery, where it goes to the lungs. It goes to the lungs, and there it is purified, and it come back to pulmonary veins. Through the pulmonary veins, it comes to, what is that? Left atrium. It carries only the vein, that is pulmon. In general, the vein carries impure blood. The arteries carries, what is that? Pure blood. Whereas the pulmonary arteries and pulmonary veins, this is just opposite to that. The pulmonary veins carries deoxygenated blood, that is, oxygenated blood, that is pure blood. Then it comes here. See here what will happen? First it comes here, left atrium. It collects all the blood. Then that here the left atrium expands. That is relaxation. It collects all this. Then once it collected, what happened? It filled. It come to the second one. That is left article. Through the, what is the valves are present. Then it comes over here. Here contraction takes place. That means here, that is, it contracts. That means it, what it is? Contract means it shrinks. It means it does not expand. It shrinks. Okay, reduce the size. Then it come to this part. Here what is that? Left ventricle. Here it become relaxed. That means expands. It collects all the bloods. Here we are having the muscles are there. The muscles gives pressure over there, through which it goes up. That is said to be aorta. Okay, through aorta, what is that? It goes to all the body parts. That is, it goes through that. This is the mechanism of our heart. Okay, next one. Here what is the important one here? The right ventricles have, in general, the ventricles, what is that? The ventricles have the thicker muscle. Because what happened here, the pumping mechanism is take place. Here what is in the article part, the atrium part, what is the muscles are, that is the walls are very thin in nature compared to the ventricles. Why it is like this? Because this, it gives the pressure to that, through which it pumps to the different parts of the body. That is why the ventricle side we are having the thick muscular region. Okay, so this is about the, what is that? Circulatory system in human beings. That is the heart, how it functions. Next one. See here, the blood circulation in human body is double circulation. That means one is pulmonary circulation, second one is systematic circulation. Pulmonary circulation means what? But blood moves from heart to the lungs and back to the heart. This is called the, that means between the heart and lung. Whereas systematic circulation means blood moves from heart to body parts, rest of the body, and back to the heart. That is all the heart related to all the body parts. This is called the systematic circulation. So this is the diagram represent clearly. See, this is our heart. Okay, we are having this. This is the atrium. This is the ventricle. Then we are having this. Okay, so here what will happen? This one, the pink colored one, this one, it carries the pure blood. Okay, so this is the pulmonary vein carries the pure blood, and through this, what happened? This aorta, it comes to all the body part. Here what happened? This is the pulmonary artery. This artery carries the impure blood to the, where it goes? It goes to the lung. Here what happened? The purification take place. See, this is our lungs. Here what is? This is the capillaries. Actually, what happened? This aorta, for example, I am taking this. Okay, the pure blood is coming over here. It comes out. Happen from the beginning. What is this? It is go on reducing their size. First one, the aorta is very big opening. Okay, when it comes to different parts of the cell, it goes on decreasing. The size becomes so small and reaches all the bodies. That is, all the cell, it gives the nutrients to that. At last, what will happen? It become like this. This is called this very small part. This is the hair-like structure. That is very small vessel we are having. That is like cell shape. That means that much thickness it has. This is called as the capillaries. Okay. Once this capillaries formed, what happened? It collects all the this one. What is that? It mixes with the vein. That means it collects the waste material from it, and it becomes larger, and it becomes, at last, what will happen? We are getting the, what is that? Upper vena cava. Vena cava and lower vena cava, we are getting it. See how it is? These capillaries, what is that? This aorta go on reducing its size, and it mixes with all the body parts. The cell gives the nutrients. Then what happened? These capillary form bigger in size, and it become veins. That is, it carries the impure blood, and it goes to the, where it goes? This is the heart. So what is that? This is first one. From heart to lungs it goes. There the carbon dioxide goes to the lung, and through the lung it goes to outside. That is through the bronchioles. What is the trachea? Then at last through nostrils it goes out, carbon dioxide. Okay. Whereas then what happened? It collects the oxygen. Okay. Then it takes forms this one. What is this? Veins. It carries the pulmonary veins, carries the pure blood, and it coming to the heart. Here what is that? Left atrium and left ventricle. Through the left ventricle it pumps out, and it reaches to all the body parts. So we are getting two types of circulation. That is, one is pulmonary circulation, that is through the lungs. Number two is between the body parts, heart with body part. This is called as what is that? Systematic circulation. So this is our double circulation. See here, this is a single circulation. How it happens? This is, what is that? What is that? This pure blood comes. This is the red indicates the pure blood. It goes on reducing. See here, it goes on reducing. At last, it carries the carbon dioxide in it, and it forms the veins, and it goes up, and like that it happens. This is called the single circulation. Okay. What is the next one? So this is about how the heart functions. Okay. Through two types of circulation, it fulfills our needs. Okay. This is pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Next one, types of blood vessels. What are the blood vessels we are having? Arteries and veins. Arteries means what? I already told you. It carries oxygenated blood. That means pure blood it carries from heart to body parts. The next one, except the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery carries which one? That is, it carries the impure blood. Same like that, The veins also, veins means it carry the deoxygenated blood, that is impure blood, from body parts to heart, except pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein carries the pure blood from the lungs. Next one, it also called as distributing vessels. It gives all the body parts to, what is that, nutrients and oxygens to the all the cells. It also called as collecting vessels. See here, what is that? It collects the waste material, that is carbon dioxide in it. Next one, this is thick and elastic. This is thin and less elastic. This one is deep seated, that is far from our skin, whereas this one is superficial as compared to the arteries. These are the difference between arteries and veins. Next one, capillaries. What is said to be capillaries? This is said to be the smallest vessels have walls which are one cell thick and are called capillaries. I told that in this double circulation, I showed the diagram. Okay, this is the capillaries. See here, what is that? The pure blood, and the here it is mixing with this and we are getting it. This is the capillaries. Next one, exchange of material from between the blood and the surrounding cells take place across this thin wall. Capillaries then join together and form veins that convey the blood away from the organs or tissues. This is the capillaries. Next one, what is that? Blood. Blood is said to be, what is that? This is a medium through which it transports the nutrients. The blood is the connective tissue. We already studied in our 9th standard. This is fluid in nature. What are the components are present over there? This is blood corpuscles, that is RBC and WBC. That means red blood cells and white blood cells are present over there. Next one, blood platelets. Next one, liquid components, that is plasma is present. So what are the things are present? RBC, WBC and platelets, plasma. RBC, what is that? It carries, that is red blood cells, it carries oxygen or carbon dioxide and also contain the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, what is the importance of that? It gives red color to the part and also it binds with the oxygen. Okay. Next one, WBC. Here what is this? It provides body defense by engulfing the germs and produces antibodies. It protects our body from foreign organs. What is that? For example, bacteria or a virus or whatever may be. It is produce the antibodies. It prevents our body from foreign things. Next one, what is that? Blood platelets. It helps in blood clotting during injury. See, whenever we are getting any cut over there, what will happen? The blood, after some time, the blood stops. The bleeding stops. How it happens? Because of the platelets, it come there and it, what happened? It prevents that clotting, prevents the bleeding. That means it gives clotting over there with the help of some proteins. This is called as blood platelets. Next one, liquid components. Liquid components are called as plasma. That is yellow color fluid which contains 90% water and 10% organic substances. This is about the transporting medium, that is called blood. Next one, lymph. What is it to be lymph? Lymph is also called as a fluid. This is also important for transportation. What is that actually? It has some amount of plasma, proteins and blood cells escape into the intercellular spaces in the tissues to form lymph or tissue fluid. Tissue fluid, how we are getting it? That means between the cellular spaces, between the cell, we are having the spaces. There we are getting what is through the capillaries some amount of liquids are leak over there. This is said to be the lymph. This is similar to blood plasma but colorless and contain less proteins. Okay, these lymphs drain into lymphatic capillaries which join to form large lymph vessels which open into large veins. The main important function is, that is, it absorbs the digested fat from intestine and it also drains excess fluid from extracellular space back into the blood. See the diagram. See here, lymph capillary, arteriole. This is the tissue fluid. See, this is outside that we are getting the liquid. This is called as the, what is that? Lymph. Next one, what are the, again I am written over there. It supplies nutrition and oxygen to other parts where blood cannot reach. Okay, if the blood cannot reach at that place, which one is helpful to that? That means lymph will help. Then it drain away excess fluid. Then lymph returns proteins to the blood from the tissue spaces. Then I already told you, it absorbs the fat from the intestine. Then lymphocytes and monocytes of the lymph act as a defensive cells of the body. Then lymph also removes bacteria from tissues. How the WBC acts, the same like that. This one also. This is said to be the lymphatic system of that. This is not in our book, but I am giving you for your better understanding. Next one, pressure. How they are measuring the pressure in our body. See here, the blood pressure, what is that? I am showing this diagram. This is the normal blood flow in our body. It goes like this only. These are all the, what is that, brachial artery through which the blood goes like this. See how we are measuring the blood pressure. See here two types are there, systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Systolic pressure means what? That means we are, see here, this is our curve pressure. We are giving externally, we are giving the pressure to that. So what will happen? It exerts pressure over here. So the blood stops over here. Okay, this now here now we are not getting any blood flow over here. Only this side we are getting the blood is there. The pressure is exerted here only. This is measured in our, what is that? We are having that. See, I am written over there. Sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer. This is the blood pressure is measured with an instrument. This is called as sphygmomanometer. See here how it is, the force, the blood exerts pressure on the wall of the vessel. This is called as the blood pressure. So I will read again. The force that blood exerts against the wall of a vessel is called as a blood pressure. The pressure is much greater in arteries than in veins. See, where it is, in the arteries we are getting more pressure than in veins. Why it is like this? Because these arteries gives pure blood to throughout the body. Pura body ko it gives the this one. Whereas veins only collect only. Here does not need so much of pressure over there. That is why we are having that systolic and diastolic pressure. See here, systolic pressure, what happens when we are exerting pressure over here? This wall exerts the pressure and we are getting reading over there. We can hear the pulse over there. That is, with the help of the stethoscope, we can hear the sound also. Whereas the diastolic pressure means what? This is said to be our, what is that? Arteries pressure. Whereas here what happened? The blood, we are relaxing this. Here not we are, what is that? We are not pumping over here. Just relaxing like this. Here we are measuring that. Here what will happen? Here we can't hear the pulse over there. Just the measurement also, see here. This is more than that of this one. So this is called as diastolic pressure. This is by veins we are measuring. Okay, this is the artery measurement. Okay, the pressure in arteries, this is the pressure in veins. This is said to be the blood pressure. In normal, systolic pressure is that is 120 millimeter of Hg. That is, Hg means what? Hg means, that is mercury, that is 120 millimeter of mercury, and diastolic pressure is 80 millimeter of mercury. Okay, systolic pressure means that is expands. That is, systolic pressure means what? While contraction, it exerts more pressure. Okay, whereas in diastole means it relaxation. This is our blood pressure. Next one, blood pressure is measured with an instrument, sphygmomanometer. High blood pressure is called as hypertension, okay, and is caused by constriction of arterioles, which results in increased resistance to blood flow. Then it can lead to rupture of an artery or internal bleeding. Next one. So these are about the transportation in our human being. That is how it is transported. Okay. Next one. We are coming to transportation in plants. Transportation in plants is also a vital process. See here what happened. We are getting new water and other essential elements, that is nutrients, from our soil. This is said to be how it takes up. That means it coming up to the plant parts, that is leaves and all. See here, this is by xylem. We know that vascular bundle is present over there in our plants. It has xylem and phloem. The phloem transports food, whereas the xylem transports water and minerals. This we already studied. See here, again, what are the things? There are two main conducting pathways in a plant, that is xylem and phloem. What are the difference between this? Xylem carries water and minerals from roots to other parts of the plant, whereas the phloem carries, what is that? That is photosynthesis, the byproduct of photosynthesis. What is the byproduct of photosynthesis? That is the glucose, sucrose molecules. These are given to different parts of the plant. This is done by phloem. Here no energy is required in the xylem. Okay, when we are carrying water and minerals to our plants, that is from root to stem, leaves, here no energy is required, whereas in the phloem the energy is used from ATP. See here, xylem is a tissue, transport water in plants from root to other parts of the plant. Xylem tissue is made up of tracheates, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. This and all we studied in our 9th standard. Just I am reminding this. The flow of water and minerals through xylem is always unidirectional. Okay, how it happens? How water carries to the top of the leaves, plant. See here, first one is root pressure. How it happens? In the root, it has the root fiber is present over there, through which it absorbs the, what is that, water from the soil. See, when it absorbs the water, it also absorbs the ions over there. So because of that reason, what happened? The ion pressure is ion, it absorbs inside the root. Here the concentration become more over here compared to the soil. Because of that reason, there is higher concentration to lower concentration. It passed through the membrane. That means what is that? Osmosis is a process take place. So this root, between the root and the soil, we are having that osmotic pressure involved here, and because of that reason the water comes to the root. Okay, once it comes there, what will happen? It goes to the xylem vessel. Through the xylem vessel it reaches up. This is called as the root pressure. So I will read out this. See, conduction of water through the xylem from roots to upper part of the plant is due to many forces acting together. So one of the forces is said to be root pressure. The root pressure is what? Osmotic pressure within the cells of a root system that causes the sap to, that means the water and minerals and nutrients in it, to rise through a plant stem to the leaves. Root pressure helps in the initial transport of water up the roots. Okay, this is the root pressure plays an important role. Next one, this is important. See, suppose the plant is so tall. For example, if you think about the coconut tree or what is the palm tree, here what will happen? The trees are so heightened. Okay, so how it reaches up to that? This is said to be the transpiration pull. The transpiration pull theory. What it is? What it means? It is the process of loss of water as vapor from aerial parts of the plant. This is called as transpiration. Okay, there is water is going as vapor in the aerial parts. So because of that reason, what will happen? Once the upper part is evaporated, the water become evaporated, then that part become vacant. Then what will happen? The next part, it goes to that side that occupies the cell. Then goes on that. Okay, all the cells it accompany with this. So what will happen? The end of the root, that is end of the root, what will happen? It become vacant. So because of that reason, if it is become vacant, what will happen? Because of the diffusion and osmotic pressure, the water comes inside. So through which this transpiration pull theory is also important for absorbing water from the soil. Okay, so absorption and upward movement of water and minerals by creating pull theory, that is transpiration pull theory. Next one, helps in temperature regulation in plant, this maintaining the temperature. Next one, what is that? The transport of food from leaves to different part of the plant. This is called as translocation. Translocation, how it happens? Through the phloem tissue. See here, this is xylem. We studied about this root pressure. Next one, xylem tissue, that is transport water in plants. It's all we studied. Again here the important point is the flow of water and minerals through xylem is unidirectional. Only the upward direction. See here, see I am going up only. I'll come down. Next one, translocation. Here what will happen in translocation?